Welcome to 2K Sports, everyone. We have some exciting NBA action coming up. This is Brian Anderson. With me, Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill. And reporting courtside, it's Allie LaForce. Now let's take a look at the Kings' opening lineup. The vet pair on the wings with Levine at the 2, DeRozan at the 3. Precious Achiuwa is out there with Domantas Sabonis. And it's Westbrook in at the 1. And for New Orleans, we've got Herb Jones, Zion Williamson out there with Trey Murphy. Then there's Sadiq Bey, and it's Queen in at the center position. Both of these teams need a win badly tonight, Grant. Neither has been playing to their potential as of late.
You know, you can really sense the desperation in the air. A win here would be a big step in the right direction for either squad. And BA, a loss could set them back even further.
Off target with the 3. DeRozan against Jones. Achiuwa kicks it to DeRozan. Pass to Westbrook. 5 to shoot. Here's Sabonis. Jones grabs the board. He's covered by Levine. And he buries his first look.
And that gets us rolling. Whew, what a tremendous atmosphere in here tonight.
And sometimes getting that first bucket puts momentum in your corner, but we'll just have to see.
What a finish. I mean, he just took over himself.
What a show of power right there from the point guard. Man, sweet.
A point guard getting up like that? Boy, that is special.
And the Pelicans with possession here. Sacramento getting their last shot to go. Here's Queen against Minnesota. He was really on his game. It's good.
And you got to defend better than that. I mean, that's a good look for him.
See, this is what analytics don't take into account. Some guys thrive in the mid-range. Really depends on the shooter. It's actually kind of lazy.
Now here's DeRozan. Last game for him, he picked up 13. Here's Williamson. And the layup is good off the glass.
I mean, he moves so well for a guy his size. Zion's ability to run and finish in transition is incredible.
All right, on the line, we've got our insider, Shams Charania. What do you have for us, Shams?
Well, this summer saw Hall of Famer Joe Dumars put in charge of the Pelicans front office, returning to his home state of Louisiana. He talked about it being the right place, right time, right people in New Orleans. And he's looking to ensure it's super organized, classy, and elite organization.
They'll get there. Shams, thank you. Jones from outside. Zach LaVine clears it away. The Kings have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Westbrook, the pass to LaVine. Now here's Westbrook. Coming in off 21 points in his last outing. Shot by LaVine, no good. New Orleans has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Bey, no good. Westbrook taking his time here. Outside Achiuwa. Pass to Sabonis. Ooh, anticipated the pass. It's a turnover. Here's Queen. And the 18-footer right on the mark.
Good play call and good execution. The offense running on all cylinders.
Now Westbrook. He's been contributing over 15 a game. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a three-point play. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Pelicans.
Showing their energy so far, sprinting up and down the floor, getting out in transition and taking advantage.
And they've done a tremendous job just creating havoc defensively. Active hands have led to tons of turnovers that they've capitalized on.
And Sabonis, no good on that one. And Grant, the son of Hall of Famer Arvydas Sabonis. How much do you think Domas modeled his game after his dad?
Well, B.A., I played against his dad. Arvydas was 5 inches taller, but the elite skill set shared in common. No doubt, Domas took a lot of pointers from his father.
Now here's Sabonis. It's Monk on the wing. Sabonis, left side. The shot is good, and this game is back to even. Sabonis has got 6 points.
That kind of challenge isn't going to deter Sabonis. He's good at gutting through contact.
A nice shot by Fears.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
The Kings have gone 4 of 6 in the first quarter. Up top, Monk. An important role in this offense, averaging around 12.5 per game. Pass to Sabonis. 5 on the clock. Rebounded by New Orleans. They want to keep rolling here following a win against Minnesota.
And it's just so hard to stop them when they're scoring at that level. They were efficient and didn't let up at all.
Coaches love that kind of showing offensively, especially on the road.
New Orleans shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
Taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. Jones hits them both. 20 seconds left to play in the first. Kings trail by 4. And here's Monk. No points yet. It could go. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Pelicans ahead. They're up by 4. And we'll bring you the start of quarter number 2 when we return. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And looking at what we've seen from New Orleans, what do you guys think?
Oh, what I love was that first quarter was all about leaking out and capitalizing in transition.
It leads to some easy buckets, and I think it's given them control of the pace in this one.
We've got Sadiq Bey, Jordan Poole out there with Fears. Then Atiib Misi. That's the Pelicans 5. And it's DeRozan missing.
Not that time, but that's a shot that he's going to make more oftentimes than not.
Last season, Richard, the Kings traded away De'Aaron Fox after 7 years with the organization.
And remember, they chose to trade Tyrese Halliburton in an attempt to build around Fox. And now they're both gone. Sacramento is right back at square one.
Pass to Plowden. Now here's Westbrook. Back to DeRozan. DeMar, strong move inside.
Working to find the high percentage look. DeRozan makes sure he converts.
Monk covers. Bey outside. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen. And let's check out a breakdown looking at some stats for Trey Murphy.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
You gotta blow the whistle when it's that obvious. Great call there by the official.
Catching up on the changes for New Orleans. Queen, he's checked in for Misi, and it's McGowan's in for Poole. Achua's checked in for Sacramento. Zach LaVine comes in for Monk. Pass to LaVine. And here is DeRozan. And he lobs it up top. And so the ball out of bounds. DeRozan touched it last. And a chance now to look at the schedule for the New Orleans Pelicans. On Wednesday, they'll host the Miami Heat. And then on Friday, they'll take on Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Milwaukee Bucks.
And for their matchup with the 76ers, it's the second game of a back-to-back. So you know there'll be some heavy legs out there. Playing that much basketball in that short amount of time really takes its toll on your body.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Maybe Zach LaVine is becoming a more rugged defender. He said, it takes a toll. I've always been in great shape, but you have to be strong, too. The mental side of it, digging deep and figuring out how to get it done and how much you want it. Now, I like taking on those challenges. Back to you.
making the commitment. All right, Allie, appreciate the report. You know, Grant, with the young Jeremiah Fears, the focus seems to be on his potential upside.
Yeah, he scores well, has a decent passing game, but there's room for more polish in other areas. As long as he works hard on developing, he'll reach that next level.
Here's Bay. Rebounded, Domantas Sabonis. Kings trail by 6. DeRozan passes to Sabonis. They double team Sabonis. Here's LaVine for 3. The triple goes for LaVine.
How about the confidence that LaVine has? Feels like he can take these shots whenever he wants.
Here's McGowan's. Basket's good. McGowan's got his first points of the night.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
Achua finds DeRozan. And stolen by Williamson. To the paint. Here's Fears. Oh, his shooting remains on point. 3 for 4 thus far.
Jeremiah Fears, man, this kid is gritty.
Westbrook outside. Pass to Sabonis. It's hauled in by New Orleans.
Look, the defense was locked in on him there. They know how dangerous he can be, and they guarded him perfectly.
Kings trail by 7. Westbrook, the pass to Sabonis. Here's Fears. 6 points for him. Now Williamson. He's guarded by Sabonis. The baseline J is on the way and can't get it to go. Now 1 of 2.
He was so well positioned to interfere with the shot.
Textbook defense. Take a good angle to the shooter and bother the release.
Sabonis draws the double. Achua with the dunk.
Not many centers can be called a floor general, but with his passing, Sabonis definitely qualifies.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Queen. Oh, from deep. It's rebounded by LaVine. The Kings have gone 4 for 7 in the second quarter. Lets the 3 fly. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Pelicans ahead, leading by 5. All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Thanks, guys. I'm alongside Coach James Borrego. And, Coach, a nice effort so far. What's the key here in the second half, though?
Stay with our defense. That's the key. When we have our opportunities, push the pace. But we got to get stops, push it at them, and keep in a rhythm. Offensively, we've had our point. Defense
leads to offense. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, Allie. Good stuff. We will be right back after this break for the beginning of the third quarter. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. Domantas Sabonis with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. Trailing by 5. Well, Grant, when Zion is doing what he does best, it changes everything for the Pels.
Yeah, he bends defenses and brings a force that few teams can answer. With him in rhythm, they're not just dangerous, they're different.
And on the floor for Doug Christie as we get into the second half. The vet pair on the wings with LaVine at the 2, DeRozan at the 3. Domantas Sabonis out there with Precious Achua, and it's Westbrook in at the point. Kings trail by 3. Pass to Achua. Sabonis, high post. And here's Westbrook, covered by Williamson. Clock at 6. Fades away. Sabonis' shot is off.
More often than not, he'll cash it in from that area. The defense might have done just enough to bother him.
Well, the Kings shooting a nice 50% for the game. Westbrook with it. Pass to DeRozan. the shot clock, but it's off the mark. New Orleans leading by 3. And the basket by Queen. Queen's got 8.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
And Levine throws it down.
Nah, I don't know where you've been, but everybody else knows that Zach LaVine, this man is an aerial artist. He makes the hardest dunks look so easy.
And here's New Orleans now. Sacramento getting their last shot to go. So timeout called here, the first for New Orleans. Well, every year we see a few for an overachieving team.
Well, a lot of times you see new coaching staffs unlocking a roster. Other times it's just healthier bits of competition. And don't forget, health is always a huge component.
Catching up on the changes for New Orleans. Looney's checked in for Queen. Messi comes in for Bay. And it's Jordan Poole in for Williamson. And out of bounds, Sacramento will have it. Some small forwards who find open teammates. The assist leaders over the last month. Number 5 is DeMar DeRozan.
They're smart, athletic players who move the ball well in any situation, transition, the half-court set. You can count on them to just make good decisions.
They give their teams an element that not every squad has. That kind of passing from the small forward spot allows an offense to be much more free-flowing.
And with how well LaVine attacks the bucket, defensively, you almost have to give him space to shoot threes.
Well, I'm wondering, RJ, do you think we'll see a Zach LaVine highlight dunk tonight?
Yeah, B.A., most nights we normally do. Something else also, I've come to expect shooting sprees from Zach. This man can rattle off 3 and 4 and a quarter like it's nothing.
And so here's Sacramento after the basket by New Orleans. LaVine feeling it out a bit. Got a piece of it.
And you don't see that every day. Usually he'll convert when he gets that close to the rim.
Oh, Looney with the smooth move inside.
Not just a shooter. Poole can skillfully set up others as well.
To the middle. And the dunk by LaVine.
The value of good ball movement isn't lost on this squad.
A little under 3.5 minutes off the clock now in the third quarter. Pass to Messi. On the take. New Orleans needs to hurry. Late clock. Jones from outside. And as it goes out of bounds, New Orleans will keep possession. Fears he's checked in for New Orleans.
On the court.
.114 left in the third. It's stolen. Left side, Monk. Pass to Plowden. It's stolen by Poole. Here's Fears. Looney passes to Jones. Back to Looney. Here's Fears. 6 points for him. Just 4 to shoot. Goes back up. And he can't get that one. Great D that time from Monk. Down low. And it's all tied up.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
Poole looking it over. This one for 3. Here's Looney. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And we wrap up the third, and it looks like it's going to be an exciting fourth. And time to step away quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Serving it up on a platter, that is a beautiful dish. And two teammates on the same page, woo.
We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. Murphy and Zion at the small and power forwards. Fears out there with Jordan Poole. And it's Queen in at the 5 spot. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. Inside. Out to Sabonis. And he slams it in one-handed. And something you never like to see, but guys, he definitely looks hurt.
And man, this really doesn't look good. Just the way it happened.
And you know it's serious if he's heading to the locker room. It takes a lot to get him out of any game.
Sadiq Bey, he's checked in for Queen.
Pelicans, Sadiq Bey.
Here's Fears. Here's Williamson. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Personal foul.
Brad, how do you slow down Zion Williamson?
Oh, glad I didn't have to, B.A. Obviously, you've got to play him for the drive and keep him in front of you. And when he gets anywhere near the paint, you have to bring the help.
And he drops the first.
Yeah, the physical abilities of Zion are truly next level. His build, his strength, I mean, it makes him difficult to defend and totally unique.
Levine, he's checked in for Sacramento. Williamson hits them both. You know, RJ, the roster for the Kings shifting since last season's trade deadline, but still plenty of talent.
Yeah, in particular, the Fox for Levine trade has them stocked with wings. And if you looked at the NBA Finals, both teams were loaded.
Now here's Monk. Here's Sabonis. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Personal foul.
It's going to be on Sadiq Bey.
Oh, the lefties are funky, just a little bit tricky. Sabonis around that hoop is a tough man to stop.
2 shots.
Shoot 2.
He's off on the first. When you think of versatile bigs, Domantas Sabonis comes to mind pretty quickly, RJ.
He's at the top of the list in that regard. Capable of scoring on all 3 levels while also hitting the boards hard. And his passing, well, that's what makes him special.
And he sinks the second.
Unable to knock them all down, but still, he puts them up by 1.
Poole against Levine. Kept alive. Poole work in the interior.
You gotta keep moving when you're inside like that. Poole with the textbook move.
Monk looking around. Sabonis in the post. He's covered by Bey. And it's in there. And the Kings lead by 1.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
New Orleans calls timeout. Grant, when you talk about the Pelicans, year after year, it comes back to health.
And you sometimes wonder if this
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what James Borrego was saying to his team. He had some words of confidence for his team, saying all it takes is a few chances. We make a few plays down the stretch, we could steal this thing from them. Back to you guys.
And Allie, thank you for that. Now here's Levine. Pass to Sabonis. Kicks it to DeRozan. Just 3 to shoot. From 8 feet away. Again, the Kings score.
He has been a key factor for them offensively, scoring with consistency.
Poole with the ball. He's picked up by Levine. Banked it in off the glass. Poole's got 4 points in the quarter.
In crunch time, trying to get the foul, the bucket, or both.
Here's Westbrook, and finished off by Westbrook.
Above the rim, Westbrook making his presence felt.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. Williamson inside, working on Sabonis. And that one's good. Williamson.
This is the guy Williamson wants to be for his team, the player they can count on in the clutch moments.
Outside Levine to the inside. Here's Sabonis. Lays it up and banks it in. And the Kings lead by 3.
Answering the bell, Sabonis. Big time, guys.
New Orleans calls timeout. Domantas
To figure out an answer or a prayer, if there is one.
And one of our featured players tonight earns our Player of the Game award, Domantas Sabonis.
With the way he shot the ball, he had to be the choice. His percentage was fantastic, and he's just done a great job of finding space and taking advantage of every inch the defense gives him.
Fourth quarter keeps moving along. 3 minutes gone by now. Yes! And the foul! It's on Zach Levine.
Oh, what tremendous focus to absorb the contact and find a way there to finish.
All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Kings?
You've got to be impressed with how assertive they are on offense, continuing to cut hard to the rim time and time again.
I give credit to the coaches and players. Clearly the staff stress scoring inside as well, and the players are definitely executing.
And so it's Westbrook who will bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. They lead by 1. Outside Levine. Jones against Westbrook. Here's Sabonis. And Sabonis slams it in.
You can see how hungry Sabonis is to help out his team. Whatever they need, this man will fight for it.
Williamson against Westbrook. And the basket is good. He got it to go, and he took the bump. So a free throw coming up. An opportunity at a three-point play. Fears he's checked in for the Pelicans.
Second personal foul. Third team foul. At the line for New Orleans, Zion Williamson. One shot.
That one drops. He ties it up.
See, it's easy to see why his teammates trust him. He's a leader on this team and loves coming up huge in the clutch.
And Sacramento shooting 61% for the game, knocking them down. Sacramento passing it around. Williamson outside to take the lead. Zion attacks from range. And an important part of every team's game. A look at the hustle stats for New Orleans.
Great heads up.
The explosive Zach Levine.
And it's Levine stepping up. Zach's grown into this role during his time in the league.
New Orleans has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. To the middle. Here's Williamson. And he buries it.
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
Westbrook, the pass to Levine. He connects! Oh, what a sensational bucket! That brings him within 1.
Answering the call, Zach Levine, he wants the ball late. He wants to be the go-to guy.
Here's Williamson. Achua with some nice D.
A perfect example of how to protect the rim.
This is why he's out there. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
Westbrook, pass to Levine. Shot clock at 6. Play clock here. The Kings need to get one up. Oh, he got it! He got it!
Obvious Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring, able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
And this is what it's all about. This shot could win the game. Not much time left, but they have just enough to execute a play.
Off the inbound. Oh, off target. So it's the Kings taking the W in a close one. With the late victory, they upset plenty of these hometown fans.
They really should take this win to heart. When the pressure was on, they stepped up and worked twice as hard to overcome it.
Well, now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Thanks so much. DeMar, a big-time road win for you guys. How were you able to get it done?
We came out aggressive, both ends. We knew it was going to be tough. It's a great team. We understood if we came in here and played with the intensity that we know how to play with, we could walk out of here with a victory.
You matched that intensity. Congrats on the win.
All right, Allie, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Richard Jefferson, this is Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you later.